everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a video by Young Don React, my bro. And the video title, Akademiks cook Sneako for defending Chud the Builder. So I just watched a video on Chud the Builder, and yeah, things ain't looking too good for him right now. But I mean, it's what it is. It was what he put on himself by being racist. So should accept the consequences of his actions. But like and subscribe. Let's get this video out there, and let's see what we have today. Yeah.
Word has no meaning. Say. Oh,
Is that what you're saying?
no, I'm not asking you to say it because it should have no meaning. Right?
Yeah.
There's a fucking meaning to it, right? Clearly, like you wouldn't say that, right?
Look at him struggling.
Yeah.
Look at him
Yeah.
struggling.
Yeah.
Think.
I need to get one of these on my video, bro. Like, I need to work on this intro and outro.
Now I gotta be honest with you. Me siding with and applauding DJ Akademiks for anything was not on my 2026 bingo card. But here we are. We gotta give the man a round of applause. We gotta give the man a round of applause because he ends up debating Sneako on the topic of Chud the Builder and completely washes him, completely embarrasses him, completely cooks him. Now, I don't know how impressive this really should be. Getting a W off of Sneako is incredibly easy at this point. He's constantly being a hypocrite. He's constantly contradicting himself.
It's grifting, bro. The grifter.
Flip-flopping.
Yeah.
And you see, that's what happens when you're trying to grift in too many avenues. He's got grifts that are contradicting other grifts that he's grifting. He's grift maxing. And so naturally it creates a lot of holes in his ideologies and his arguments that make it easy to exploit. Right? He's trying to grift to the white supremacists, and so he's sucking Nick Fuentes' dick. But he's also trying to grift the Muslims, and the Quran clearly says that you are not to befriend or partner or ally with anyone who mocks your religion or disrespects your religion. But Nick Fuentes is constantly doing that to Muslims. And so it's an easy contradiction to point out. But this is happening all the time for him. Anyway, let's explore this. This begins with DJ Akademiks coming across a clip of Sneako trying to defend Chud the Builder in some capacity. Let's check that clip out.
Yeah.
It says Sneako said he spoke to him and warned him to stay.
Chud the Builder's side. Yeah, I saw that. What do you guys think about Chud the Builder? What do you guys think about him? He chimped out on me. He chimped out on me when I met with Ed Craven, the Kick CEO. He was really upset that I had a meeting with
Who gives a fuck what he thinks?
the Kick CEO. And I messaged him, I'm like, you chimped out on me. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And I saw he's getting his hat snatched. I'll just be straight up. I reached out to him and I told him, bro, you should probably do some desktops because a lot of people are thinking that.
Yo, Sneako, I'm gonna keep it a bean. You my friend, but we might have to take your nigga pass. We can't have you say nigga no more neither, bro. Hold on now, nigga. Hold on.
Now, Sneako's been an anti-black.
No, I ain't gonna lie, because like I don't really know too much about like all this shit. I just came from like Nigeria, like I said earlier, right? So all this shit just new to me and shit. So I'm trying to use like all these Young Don's videos and like videos like this to like learn like who people are on like the internet space to be able to like make videos about them too, like when I'm good enough and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just using this video to like know what's up on the people doing all this shit, you know? Yeah, just wanted to point that out.
I don't know if DJ Akademiks is just so oblivious to this reality. I don't know why this is the straw that breaks the camel's back for Akademiks. But hey, okay, whatever.
Nah, nigga. Hell nah. You see the N-word don't hit it, like you look like you from Vietnam or some shit, nigga. Hold on now, brother. You over here telling this nigga safety tips? Nah. Let him stay out in the streets. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Talking about you tell him to stay inside, like you care about his well. Yo, Sneako, we might have to revoke your nigga pass, bro.
I mean, you knew he was good friends with Nick Fuentes already, though. Academics. What's the difference between? There's no difference between Chud the Builder and Nick Fuentes.
Fuentes.
I mean, except the fact that Nick Fuentes is actually an intelligent racist, and Chud the Builder, he's a moron with rocks for brains. So, granted, Nick Fuentes would not put himself in a position
Yeah.
to be assaulted
Yeah.
the way how Chud the Builder is doing. He's
Yeah.
not going out and offending black people to their face. So there is that difference, but at their core, they are both equally racist. And so, what's the problem? What's the conflict here? If you're cool with hanging out with a guy like Sneako, who's best friends with a guy like Nick Fuentes, doesn't make sense to me.
Word up, bro. Hell nah. You can't be telling the white supremacists how to survive the storm. What the fuck? Yo, let me put it in your words. It's like telling the Israel niggas how to. Yo, what's wrong with you, brother? Nah, hell nah, Sneako. We might have to do a research on you, bro. We don't know if you could say nigga for the next month, bro.
Like I said, right? So I don't really know a lot about this shit, but as a black man, I coming to understand what being black means in this part of the world, right? In the West and shit, right? Like saying this shit is corny. Like saying, what did you say earlier, right? That we might have to revoke your black pass. Like that shit sounds corny, bro. Like don't just say that shit, right? I mean, it just sounds corny. I don't know how to explain. It just sounds corny, bro. It sounds corny, and the fact that Sneako is black, I think it's half black, half white, right? And he's doing all this grifting and shit. It's also crazy in its own way, but I mean,
tweaking.
yeah.
How the hell you over
For
here
the next month,
trying to
see,
get?
this is the problem with the sellout. They're constantly trying to
Yeah.
find ways to excuse racists and give
Yeah.
them passes and forgive them.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting. This is the real black fatigue right here. This exhausting nonsense that we must endure.
Yeah.
The racist nigga advice on how to keep being racist and what the
So he goes ahead, he has a problem with this. I guess Sneako catches wind of this and they decide to get on stream together and they start to debate. So let's fast forward to that moment right now.
But what did I say that you're upset about? I told him to stop doing the IRL streams like that. It's a bad idea. So
Man,
why?
I want him to continue. I want him to
So
continue.
you want something violent to happen?
No.
I don't want violence. I'm love speech. I don't want to see people antagonizing one another. I don't want to see hate. I don't want to see something bad happen. So
Hold
I
on.
said you should probably go inside. It's going to end up bad.
If you are advocating for love speech, which is bullshit, but if you are advocating for love speech, wouldn't you actually, instead of telling Chud the Builder to do desktop streams, wouldn't you tell him to stop
being
antagonizing
racist.
black people,
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
trying to offend black people and
Yeah.
incite violence out of black people?
Yeah.
How wouldn't you tell him to, hey, this is a racial slur that offends people that you're just saying for no reason. How about you just stop that? Wouldn't you encourage him to do that? No, instead you encourage him to continue the behavior, but just from the safety of his own home. Right? So you're not advocating for people behaving in a way that reduces the amount of unnecessary offense that exists in the world.
No.
Antagonize someone, someone's going to act in a way. It's just a bad idea.
I'm not saying I want him to stop because of violence happening. I want it, based on what he's saying he's down to stand on whatever he's down to he's been saying. I actually believe if something was going to happen to him, it would probably be a Caucasian that would probably hurt him. Usually when guys are spitting all of that political stuff, I don't see a lot of black people. Look at Charlie Kirk, who clapped him. Look at all these who keeps trying to shoot at Trump. It's the white dude. So when he's talking about First Amendment right, and he's basically also saying, hey, he got his Second Amendment right. To me, that's political. He says he's a free speech advocate. Black people usually mind their business, okay? If they have issues with people that are in their vicinity over actual things that, would make sense for interpersonal issues. This guy is talking politics, and just look at the people who've been smoking the politicians.
Okay, that's very true.
So I think the person who gonna handle him would be white, but I'm not saying that he should continue that because I'm like, hey, listen, if he's that radical,
do you think he should be handled violently?
I think he encourages it.
that you're not answering the question.
What?
Do you think that somebody should do something violent to him?
No, but I think they should meet him with the energy that he has, right? So
That's why I told him I don't know why you're upset. I told him you should stop doing these IRL streams.
they should tell him to stop the rhetoric.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
Don't be academic, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How about you stop going around? See, Nick Fuentes, and this is what I've said so many times about these bootlicking, sellout raccoons, people like Sneako. They end up having to be more ridiculous and more racist than the actual white supremacists. You got Nick Fuentes, who is an actual white man. Granted, he has some kind of Hispanic lineage, we know that, but race is based on phenotypical traits. Nick Fuentes, he looks like a white man, therefore he is a white man, and his mother is white.
A white
right?
woman,
And so,
yeah.
Nick Fuentes, an actual white man and a leader in the white supremacist spaces, he's saying that Chud is wrong for going around talking like this. Why can't Sneako, a quarter black, quarter Filipino, quarter Jewish, quarter whatever the fuck, why can't he, a man with no Caucasian DNA essentially, why can't he take the same position? Because in order to prove his allegiance to the white supremacists, he must be more ridiculous and more racist than the white supremacists, than the Caucasian white supremacists. Isn't that sad?
We should disarm the meanings of these words. We can't let words like that control us. Why is that the only word where people feel justified in America to act violently over?
Well, you don't. So does Sneako believe that nobody has ever been punched in the mouth for saying words besides the N-word? Is that what he's saying?
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Trying to say that the N-word is the only word in the entire English vocabulary that has ever incited violence. What is he talking?
I call your mama a hoe. I say I fuck her. Oh, I don't say that, but like all that shit. I say bitch ass nigga. I say all this crazy ass shit, bro. Niggas can fight about that shit. Like everyone can fight about that shit, you know. Especially on the off day. So the thing is, the nigga here is just grifting, bro. This nigga is just grifting, you know. I don't even know what it stands for anymore because he has so many things he believes in that, like Don said earlier, that clashing and shit. But I mean, yeah.
Talking about people get punched in the face every day
Yeah.
for saying all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Saying shit about people's mothers.
I say
right?
that.
Talking about, people's wives,
Yeah.
people's girlfriends.
Yeah.
Right? Calling people a bitch, you a pussy. People say shit like that to each other all the time and get into physical altercations for it.
Yeah.
You a hoe, da, da, da. Why is he pretending like this is the only word that people take offense over?
Yeah.
What? And shall we remember how Muslims literally have blown up buildings because let me not spoil it. Akademiks is actually going to make that point. But people have attacked people for other words, sir.
No other word
Yeah,
in the English
let's see.
language that elicits the same reaction that word does.
So
That's just not true, but okay.
I'm not going to defend acting violent over a word. We can't repurpose. History, right? And that word is.
But we do all the time. We do all the time. The word mean the same thing. The word dumb doesn't mean the same thing. Even the word nigga doesn't mean the same thing.
Okay.
Black people have used it colloquially, and now that's a perfect. That actually the word you're talking about has been repurposed to be a term of endearment.
No, white people did not used to say the word nigga. Black people, that is a slang word that black people made up that is a derivative of the word, the hard R word. That's our word that white people desperately want to say. Black people don't go around calling each other the hard R.
Yeah, we don't.
If you as a black
Yeah.
person say the hard R casually, normal black people look at you weird as fuck. These are two completely different words.
Yeah.
So trying to say that they're the same word and that black
It's hard
people
right
is
now,
just
bro.
not.
That's 12.
But even then, we understand how to work. Even if what he was saying was true, it doesn't matter because that's just not how language works, right? One girl can call another girl the B word, and that is very different than a man calling that same woman the B word. Gay people do it with the F slur, right? This is just a common thing amongst people. When a black person calls another black person the word nigga, he is not saying anything about that person's worth. He's not saying that you are an inferior person. But when a white person uses a hard R, that's exactly what they're saying. And that's all that matters.
To mean anything.
Sneako, what I'm saying is that you can't repurpose history. I
But
said
black people, nigga has been repurposed. It was a word to mean slave, and now it means
Sneako,
anything.
you're being obtuse.
No, the word nigga has never meant slave. That's just not true.
The guy is, hold on, the way he's saying what he's saying is a direct callback to slavery, brother. Like if you think it's not like he's saying it meaning something else. We know what he means. So you're trying to make this point like, oh, nigga has been repurposed. Is that what he's saying? Is he like, oh, what up, my nigga? Is that what he's saying, or is he actually saying that, hey, you're a lesser human being?
Yo, the thing is that I live in, like, I'm black, right? So all this shit's new to me and shit, right? I haven't met white people like since I met white people when I came to Canada, right? So all this is like still pretty new to me on like black culture and everything, right? But the thing is, right? I can't even let a white person rather say nigga to me. I don't care if it's the short nigga or the nigga with the hard R. Like I don't give a fucks about that shit. Like knowing what like the history of what that word means. Nah, bro. I ain't giving you no pass about that shit. I ain't giving you no fucking pass about that shit. So, I mean, that's just what I feel about it. And, you know, is what it is. Is what it is.
And I'm using this word to remind you of that. You tell me what he's saying.
He is saying that, but it only.
So why do we need to repurpose what he's saying? His hold on. His intentions are clear.
Let words control us.
It's not about words controlling us, right? So you're now talking about actions. I'm talking about the word first of all. So you're basically admitting that he's antagonizing, right, race relations by trying to bring up a time or a he's trying to treat black people as subhuman by how he's speaking to them, right? And then you're saying, okay, even if he's doing that, we should just not be violent. And I hear you with that. But you got to admit to the first part first.
We agree on the violent thing, but you could only get rage baited if you get rage baited. You could only allow this word to have that power if you agree to that frame. We should repurpose this word.
And the shit is that I don't even know how this nigga has a platform, bro. Like, why do you still have a platform, bro? I think he should have been canceled a long time ago. He should have lost all his shit right now. You know, I ain't hating on him, another man's downfall, right? But like, please, bro. Like, at least help yourself. Like, I'm making this shit worse, bro. Like, it's a little hard for me to even say I like you at a point, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. The internet's crazy.
We can't be controlled by them anymore. The same reason the word Negro used to be the correct word to.
Point is, the word has the meaning it has today, and he is using that word to try and offend black people and to offend people in general.
Yeah.
99% of which do not get aggravated to the point where they have actually put hands on him. It took the first man after him doing this for months, if not over a year at this point.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know about that.
But the point is, you can't dictate how people feel when they hear certain words. You can't dictate that. Humans are emotional creatures, and some people, when they are offended, they feel like punching you in the mouth. And the reality is, if a black man went up to a white man and disrespected him or disrespected his wife, and that white man was caught on video punching him in the mouth after him being rude, the comment section would be filled with white people, and not just white people, people of all races applauding that man, saying that's what you deserve. Why did you go up to this man minding his own business and start disrespecting him or disrespecting his girl? Yeah, it's good. that he got punched in the mouth. These are the same people that say the problem that's wrong with the world is some people have never been punched in the mouth or don't know what it's like to get an ass kicked. The only time that this becomes invalid is when a black man is standing up for his own honor and his own dignity. That's when it's some kind of savagery and savage behavior. But when a white man does it, oh, that's just him being a man, right? That's that bullshit.
Call a black person, but it became a slur because it reminds us of a time of civil rights. Now it is a slur, but at the time in the 60s and the 50s,
hold on.
Negro wasn't a slur.
He's not going around saying the word Negro, though. That's the point. He is not going around saying the word Negro.
Even back then, in slavery times,
All right, Sneako.
it wasn't a slur. That was the word for
It
black.
doesn't matter what, even though he's wrong. He's just wrong about the history of the word, the hard R. But even if it was true, it doesn't matter. What matters is, see, words are a vehicle used to communicate a message. What is the message? What is the intent behind the word that he's using? The intent is to offend. The intent is to insult. That's all that matters. So you arguing over semantics is irrelevant. But let's now fast forward to the point where Akademiks absolutely cooks this fucking
Yeah, I want to see that part,
it
though.
shows him how he himself doesn't even agree with this logic when the people being offended are no longer black people, but Muslims. Let's check that out. So what Akademiks is masterfully about to do here is show Sneako how ridiculous it is to try and police what people are offended by.
Offended
what
by,
people find
yeah.
offensive.
Yeah.
And he's going to use Muslims as an example. He's going to show how there are many situations where somebody may say something to a Muslim about the Prophet Muhammad, about Allah, about whatever the fuck, and they might take offense to that. Does Sneako believe that they just shouldn't be offended because they're just words, and words only have meaning if you give them meaning, right? Let's see if he stays consistent with that logic.
That's what it
Let's
means.
go.
That's what it
What does
says.
this have to do with using
The point what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to black people finding offense of things that they feel is offensive, you're like, well, why don't y'all just stop being offended by the word? However, if I then showcase a situation where another group of people, where someone tries to disrespect them, you can't repurpose the disrespect. You want black people to repurpose the disrespect.
Great. There's a great analogy here. Do you see how you're equating this individual word that doesn't have real meaning unless you to the holy?
Every word has meaning, brother.
The word of God compared to the word.
If the word has no meaning, if the word has no meaning,
You are equating the word of God to a slur that is outdated.
okay, yours. All right, you said that the words don't have meaning.
That's the whole point. You cannot have.
Yo, if you claim words have no meaning,
It's not equivalent to this individual word.
okay, if you say word has no meaning, say. Oh,
Is that what you're saying?
No, niggas are shook about that.
He froze. See, if words have
Man,
no meaning,
that one crazy, though.
Right? Say fuck. You know, I don't even. I actually care about. You know what I'm saying? Why unnecessarily offend people? You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, say that, Sneako. Since words have no meaning, and you're an advocate for free speech,
Yeah.
and you believe that this is an exercise to teach people to control themselves, go and show us how much self-control Muslims have. How about you do that?
the word has no meaning. Say. Oh.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying I'm asking you. I'm asking you to say it because it should have no meaning, right? There's a fucking meaning to it, right? Clearly, like you wouldn't say that, right?
Look at him struggling. Look at him struggling.
Man, think of something. Make something
Remember
up.
when Jimmy Neutron used to do think? That's what he's doing right here.
Because there's
Look at him. Look at him.
intended meaning. If you're saying
Got him.
The point that you're making. How are you equating?
words have meaning, brother.
How are you equating God, disrespecting God, the Almighty, something that we have faith in, to something that only has meaning if we attribute meaning to it? God has meaning without us.
So
this hard R.
I ain't gonna lie. I've seen enough of this shit. Like my phone's about to die, bro. So I can't even watch the whole video. But I think we all understand the gist of it. And Sneako is such a I think we all know what it is. So I mean, it's what it is. Though. By the way, nice video, Young Don. I fuck with Don like big time heavy. You know, I'm even subscribed to him right now. I fuck with him hard. So I love you all. Can you all please just like, share, subscribe, and let's get this video out there. I appreciate, man. I love you all. I'm gonna see y'all later, and have a good night. It's about what's the time right now in Canada? It's about 12:24 a.m. So I'm up for you all. You all should show some love too. I appreciate what you all gonna do for me. Appreciate, man. Appreciate. Have a good day. Have a good day.